while you're trying to reform them, but you continue to accept subsidies?
Well, I'll probably have to quit farming if I win. So, I'll be out of the farming business. But, we need a free and fair system, Dan. We don't have it. Organizations like the World Trade Organization, GATT, General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, we have to participate in those programs, and it makes it unfair for the American farmer. We need systems, as I said earlier, of maybe tax credits, maybe things that reward success and not participation. But we haven't had it. I will fight for reform. And like I said earlier, over 70% of the farm program goes for nutrition, welfare, other stuff. We get just a small percentage, but it still needs reforming.
Stephen Fincher is here, and speaking of farming, illegal immigration is something that's just, we don't know how many illegals are here. It's undocumented, I should say. And the very definition of undocumented is we don't know how many are here. I think some estimates are 40 million or so. In your business, it's been explained this way, is, well, do you want cheap tomatoes? Do we got to use these illegal immigrants go out and pick tomatoes because an American won't do it if they want it, and they won't do it for less than $100,000 a year. You've heard those arguments. What's your stance on illegal immigration, and what do you think about Obama coming out and blistering the governor of Arizona when the governor of Arizona really wanting no more than to enforce the law that's on the book with illegal immigration? And also, Stephen, I'd like you to address the latest from Arizona, and that is anchor babies. I'm not sure that our founding fathers meant birthright citizenship as anchor babies. What's your thoughts on those? I know I hit you with a few different questions.
Well, Dan, we should applaud the governor of Arizona for standing up for her state. As we talked earlier, we need to get back to the Constitution, Dan. It's not the federal government first, the state second, and the people third. It's the people first, the state second, and the federal government third. The state of Arizona did what the federal government would not. We need to secure our southern border. We need to put National Guard troops there if it's what it takes. We have enough laws in place. If people want to come to this country and work, temporary work programs, we have those programs. But immigration is a serious issue. Financially, our country cannot afford it. It is another burden on us with all of the attachments that we have. So we need to secure borders. I'm firm on that. And as far as the second part of your question, the anchor babies, Dan, we've got to get back to securing our borders and taking care of the folks and having good conservative leadership in Congress. And I stand by Arizona again all the way and what they're trying to do for their state. That's what, and it's a shame that President Obama is taking this position on the state of Arizona. It's terrible.
Stephen Fincher's here, and you folks on the phone lines have been very patient, so let's mix some of these calls in here. You're live on Jackson's News Talk, 108.5.
Dan, good afternoon. How's it going?
Doing fine, thank you.
I've been watching this race for a little while, and I can say I'm really disillusioned with the fact that Mr. Fincher's campaign was the first to go negative. I mean, I get his mail pieces, fundraising letters, and whatnot. And recently he said that Republicans shouldn't attack one another. And, I mean, my question is, isn't that hypocritical? I mean, why don't you do what you say as opposed to telling everyone else what to do?
Thank you. Yeah, and I'll respond. Well, Dan, I hate that people think that this is a negative attacks. This is the truth about Dr. Kirkland. And I want to make it clear, you can go to therealkirkland.com and get the facts about what Dr. Kirkland's been doing.
Well, let me consider that a negative side, or?
No, this is the truth. Nothing but facts, Dan.
All right.
From day one, we have been attacked. Number one, my education. Number two, living in Frog Jump. Being a Washington insider. I have been attacked by the Kirkland campaign, Dan. Now, this really sounds crazy, of not living in Frog Jump. I didn't actually live in Frog Jump. I lived somewhere else, and if I would tell a story about that, what would I lie about? Now,
I guess you're right. Do you live in Frog Jump?
Yes, I do live in Frog Jump, Dan. I'm not a Washington insider. Washington insiders don't run my campaign. Tommy Hopper, a consultant from Jackson, Tennessee, who Dr. Kirkland tried to hire in December, runs my campaign. Dr. Kirkland's consultant lives in Georgia.